Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Evening, lovely people. Hope you're well. So I'm laughing because one of the comments I've seen is Callum's there brushing Bobby's teeth.
I knew it was that one still.
You guys are something else. I hope you're all well. Welcome to another Monday Night Live. It is Monday the 1st of March. Happy new month to everybody. How are you all doing today?
Feeling better, man. We won a game, innit? So we can actually come on the Monday night show and smile, bruv, and be happy. But
I watched Match of the Day for the first time in 6 weeks.
There you go, bro. That is
I've still been watching Match of the Day because obviously I've got to keep up to date with what Neto's doing and that, innit? So got to make sure the scouting on point.
I've actually watched most of Wolves' games live, if I'm being honest. I've actually watched most of their games live still. They're not playing that well this season compared to last year. It's quite weird.
They're not.
Yeah,
perfect. That's perfect.
Without Jimenez, isn't it? Without Jimenez,
they've had their Harry Kane taken away, and that would affect any team of their level.
No, but as I said, that's perfect for us because if they have a not great season, they don't qualify for any European competitions, then the valuation of Neto comes down a little bit as well, and then you know.
I don't know if that would, bro, because they didn't have Europe this year, did they? I don't think they had Europe. We still had to
but no one was in for him though, innit? There'll be people in for him.
That's true.
Who? Jota?
Us. No. Neto. Russ. There'll be people in for
No,
Neto.
what I'm saying is though, we had to pay 44 mil for Jota, remember? And they weren't in Europe. So I think Neto will still cost 50 mil.
We only paid that though because we wanted to do it over installments and they wanted Hover in it. So Hover's basically 10 million of that.
Yeah, Hope helped us get that deal over the line.
They want Regi now, innit? So it looks like we'll have to use him.
Do they?
Yeah.
Sensational.
Bro, they've wanted a Regi for 2 years.
Sensational.
Man. Don't do this. Don't.
Drifty, are you telling me you wouldn't swap? I'm not being horrible. I'm just asking. I'm just going to ask a question. Would you or would you not swap Neto for Regi?
No, I'll just buy Neto and have both.
No, that wasn't the question, Drifty. Would you or would you not swap?
Loaded, bro.
It's not loaded, bro. Your answer's loaded. Would you or would you not?
Man said pumpy.
Would you or would you not swap Neto for Regi, bro?
I would. But I'll go one better. I'll swap Rafinha.
It sounds stupid.
For Regi.
No. Yeah. I would go and get Rafinha and keep a Regi. I'm with Matt.
You're crazy, bro. I'd drive him to the Molyneux myself if that was the case, bro. On an empty tank as well, I'd do it. Wouldn't even hesitate. First super chat of the evening from Shorif. Is it me or has Mane not been the same since contracting COVID? We don't know certain players like Mane, Tsimikas might still be suffering from long-term COVID. That's very true. It's funny enough, we were speaking about Mane before we came on air as well. The COVID stuff is very difficult to kind of understand. I mean, everyone kind of gets it different. You two haven't had COVID, have you?
No.
Well,
so,
I thought I did, though.
My family think that Christmas 2019 into 20, you lot remember when I was really worried about my mum because her and her partner were ill, and then I was round, and then I got ill. And I remember when all of the stuff started around the March time, we started to wonder if that was actually what my mum and her partner had, because they were bedridden really, really badly for like a week, maybe even longer, mad coughing and like temperature and all that. And I was really man down myself for about 4 or 5 days. So there's a possibility we may have had it and didn't know because it wasn't popular at that moment. Around November, December 2019, it hadn't all got all hyped up yet. And that wasn't when people knew it was around, but it was around, didn't it? So I might have had it and I don't know. I don't know. But I was really ill that Christmas, though.
Yeah, well, I definitely had COVID, and I know for a fact it's just different. It hits you different. Like, and I don't even think I got as bad as some other people. I lost my smell and taste and was breathless and stuff like that, and bedridden for about a week. But I know people have had it really, really bad. So again, it could potentially be affecting these players. We genuinely won't know until until the future. But like, we genuinely won't know. It's kind of weird. I hope it's not.
That might be why I feel like I get chest pains now and again, because I'm an asthma sufferer, and every now and then you lot are like, "Oh, go doctors," and I'm like, "It's probably just my asthma, and I really should go." But I don't know if maybe that is the effects of whatever happened then, and it's like a long-lasting effect. Now I don't know, because my chest has felt weird for the last year or so. I don't know. So for real, if you got to try and play football like that, it could actually really be a
for real. And I think because they're athletes, we may overlook it and think, "Oh, well, they haven't got it no more, so they're just kind of back to normal." Don't work like that. They're human beings at the end of the day, innit? So
very true.
You know what I mean?
Zaberi, watched the match review this morning. Cal, you brought tears to my eyes with the Dino apology. Kop-Ish is officially elite. Love the show. Cal, we move.
You got a lot of love for that take back.
No, look, I was in the wrong. I had to admit when I was wrong, man. Shout out to Namdi for your super chat as well. Look, I had to go back and watch and analyze better. And I was wrong, man. I was wrong. I actually feel really bad for the whole Dino thing as well. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite players of all time. Even before I said he wasn't elite, he's one of my favorite players of all time. So
if you don't like Ronaldinho, you don't like football. That's just
of course, yeah.
That's cool. And R9 as well. If you don't like R9 as well, there's something I don't know how you see the game, innit? Like, I don't know how you see it. You don't like R9.
Tash says, boys ever considered making a Kop-Ish football team?
We have. You know what's mad, yeah? I don't know if it can even happen now, because I think we lost contact. But in fact, even if you're watching it, pick up yourself. You know who you are. We had a guy who was what was he, guys? Was he the under-18s England coach, wasn't he? And he actually
under-18s or under-23s.
I think so.
One of the two. And he actually approached us and he said, "Guys, if you're looking to create a YouTube football team, I'll actually coach it for you once a week." And I remember we came quite close to Lily doing it, but we just realized we weren't going to have the time ourselves to manage the situation. But we was excited at the thought of when we maybe could have done it. So, and obviously we could always get back in contact with him, and even now, 2 years later, maybe he still does have some time. So we thought about it. We actually have, and we would actually love to do it. I'd be the manager, needs to would play. But yeah, man, it could be good, man. Maybe one day, innit? Maybe one day.
Right.
Joe M says, you see the masterclass from Soyuncu versus Arsenal. Drift, anything you want to add to that?
Everybody can have a bad game. Come on, you, man. Come on.
But
Soyuncu was still a great player. Come on, let's not get.
I mean,
he's better than Varane,
Varane got dragged through the mud because he had a bad game against Real Madrid, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Varane plays bad whenever Ramos isn't there.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know.
I'm surprised Soyuncu had a bad game though, Drift. Remember, he ain't a leader.
Remember, I actually said that it's more his leadership skills for me why I would pick Soyuncu. What, the only you all of a sudden think Soyuncu's not a good player or something?
I'm not saying that, Drift.
He's quality, but he can't talk to Varane.
He can't. He's not. They're not on the same level, in my opinion. But has he got the talent? Yeah, of course he has. He got the talent, but he got a long way to go, though. That's what I would say. He's got the talent.
Do you know what it's like? The way I'd compare it, it's like comparing James Maddison to Thiago.
No, I don't think so, because I think Soyuncu's closer to Varane, even if you don't agree he's as good as him. But
no, bro.
All right. Let's read some of these super chats. Yeah, Khalil Hassan. Would you sell Salah for 150 if it meant getting Neto, Varane, and Rafinha, and sell the deadwood and injury-prone players for the centre midfielder, striker, and goalkeeper?
I wouldn't sell.
For me, no.
No, and I'll make it even better. Just go and buy the free and keep Salah. Simple.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that's not the question, Matt.
Well, I'm looking at it like this. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, bro. No, I wouldn't. No. I'm not selling Salah. Nope.
This super chat's for you, Matt.
Only Robert I would move on for money. and that's not in a shady way. He's the only one I would. If it was a big offer of money, he's the only one I would feel the sacrifice would be worthy. But I still don't even want to sell him.
Matt, can you read out the super chat? This is one for you.
This is from Aldrin Cleopas. Is that right?
Yeah, Cleopas.
Cleopas, yeah. I want to hear Matt say, TAA, collect a car for Botman and Robbo. Hey, bro. I want that as well. Botman or Varane. Listen, let's just get both, innit? Done with this whole selection thing. Let's get both of them.
Oh, so that means that we buy collect the car, Botman, and then we go and get other players in the summer, and then we have one of those two on the bench when Virgil comes back.
This is what I'm talking about.
Big boy sum of moves there, boy.
Listen, we have to make some moves, fam, because I'll tell you something from now. We kind of know Matip. We love Matip, but he ain't going to stay fit. He's probably most likely going to get moved on. I'm not going to say anything about Kabak because people are going to start saying agendas, so I'm not going to say anything. But I'm just saying.
Kabak.
You don't deserve the song right now.
Not right now.
Oh, you lot are deep. You lot are so deep. You lot are so deep. How are you going to give man a dub plate and not even let him play it?
No, the dub plate's right at the bottom.
Man was off key. Man wasn't even mixing properly. So now I'm like,
you lot are deep. Sheriff says, listening to you while driving the train at work. Love your guys. Love your guys. Makes my job actually bearable. You'll never walk alone. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that, man. And be careful while you're on the train as well, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Trust.
It's Finn, Kop-Ish Power League link up post-COVID. We've got some plans, people. We've got some plans. We have.
Alright, that left foot might come out there. I'm just what I'm saying. It just might. It might see an appearance.
Here's one for you, Drew, from Kadir. Shout out to Kadir as always. Is Origi elite?
His haircut, sir.
Oh, whatever, bro.
Come on, of course he's not elite. I'm not gonna go on that.
Cool. I'm glad you cleared that up. Big
1871. Is he world class?
No, he scored some world class goals, but he's not world.
Would you say it's international level then?
Yeah, he's proved that.
Oh yeah.
At least you bust up the World Cup at 18. Come on now.
He didn't bust up the World Cup.
Anyway, let's move on. Come on. I don't want to get.
No, do you know what it is? I just wanted Cal to go. Oh, you think he's that good? Yeah. All right, let me check out the stats because you don't want to see the international stats, fam.
I've got the international stats.
Yeah, I know. He's always got full Origi shade. I told you, it's mad.
It's not even shade. I've just got the stats ready for that, brother, because of you, bro. Big 1871. Drifter's manager would be like Ibra, dangerous. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know if I could play underneath you, bro. I think you'd be too demanding, bro.
I'm a reasonable guy.
What about engage the P from the sideline, bro? I know a drift, man. I gotta be honest, I don't know, bro.
Anytime we let it go.
Imagine, man, my missus and my little one come to watch the match and Drift just screaming at me because I missed a challenge or the ball. No, bro, I can't.
When it comes to football, I shout at other people in the opposition and the ref and all that and the linesmen and protect my own during the game, but only in the dressing room will I shout at my own. I don't shout at you, man.
You're one of them ones. You're going to be smiling at man.
So I'll shout at you when we get back in the dressing room. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I just don't want to be shouted at all, bro. Imagine I miss a chance, bro. You stop calling me Callum, you'll call me Colin or something like that. Like, just change my name. Nah,
this strikes me as a pet type guy, but with like flipping Sean Dyche's kind of attitude. So it'll be a thing where say I do my Robin thing, yeah. Say I do my Robin thing and bend up 3 man and put it top corner, yeah. Drift will all be smiling, come back into the change room, and man's like, "What do you feel? What do you call that, mate? That's just called holding on to the ball, being greedy. I don't care if you beat 3 man. I want you to go and play that ticky-tacky stuff." That's what you'd be saying, bro.
I'm into a cockney, bro. Bro,
it is what it is. It is what it is, isn't it? It's what came out, isn't
it? 2 pixel 2. Where's Cal? Where's Kaka apology? I'm watching, bro. I'm not giving Kaka the elite status. You lot, man, I've given Ronnie the elite stage. I've gone against my principles once. Don't keep on doing this to me, man. Come on, man.
No, all right.
Come on.
Right. I should get you back for the Origi stuff, but you're right. Let's not go there.
Himanshu missed all shows last week because of exams. Hope your exams went well. Hope you weren't too stressful.
Yeah,
and glad to have you back.
But you can catch up though. Don't forget, you can always catch up. They're all on YouTube. So
yeah,
trust
for real.
me. Go back and watch them, bro.
Matt's such a dad, bro. Like, make sure you catch up with the stuff, though. No excuses. No excuses. The Mitchell brothers, shout out to the Mitchell brothers. We'll be doing some work with them shortly. What's happening, lads? Tuned in. Glad you're tuned in. Thank you very much for the support. Guys, look, I'm not going to get into the Kaka debate. Like, I'll do it on another show. Just allow me today in it. I gave you Ronaldinho. Come on, don't keep pressing me. Oh, tracksuit. Definitely tracksuit. I'm a suit. 100%. I'm the suit man.
Cal's the suit man. Cal would definitely be on the sideline.
Oh, 100%. 100%, bro. Church shoes, bro.
I'm the type of manager that I'm not even playing, but I'll put boots on still.
Nah,
I'll be on the sideline in the boots because I might need to like run down the touchline real quick. Get me? So I'll still put the boots on.
You know what? I can imagine Drift going proper old school, like back in the Italian days, where man's probably got a cigar blood. You know when they used to smoke on the sideline and everything there? Back in the 90s, I think it was. Bro, them brothers there, you know.
I'll just have a Magnum with me and I'll be like, don't make me drink this. When you see me sipping on it, it means I'm not happy, boys. Don't make me drink this.
All right, bro, a Magnum or one of these, brother, Dragon. Trust.
No, but that might be on if I ever see you on the sideline with a dragon, bro, I'm done. I'm walking off, bro. I'm walking off. No, I'd definitely be shirt and tie with suit. And I'd actually try and get custom made shoes, so there'd be shoes, but they'd have studs at the bottom of them just for that extra grip.
That is
that's my thing. Okay, so let's get into the show properly then, guys. And there's only one place to start, and that is Rafa Varane. So reportedly, Rafa Varane is available for 46 million this summer, and Liverpool are one of, if not the main club, looking to acquire him. Now, that makes me feel warm inside hearing it. But you know,
how real is this? Like,
exactly. That's where it comes in. How real?
That's what. Yeah, 100%. It's. But is it? Legit?
I want to ask you guys. Let's be honest now. Let's be honest. If Varane was to come to Liverpool, do we have the best centre back pairing in the Premier League with him and Virgil van Dijk? And then the second question is, do we have the best centre back pairing in Europe?
Yes.
Drift.
Name a better combo.
I've got to be honest. Mate, you know what? Because Stones is actually playing at the moment, maybe I'm wrong. But if I'm looking at the ability of the player, which I'm gonna be fair because Varane and Van Dijk have never played together, so we don't know whether their partnership would work. If you're looking at it as individuals, I think it's kind of close because Diaz has proven himself to be a ridiculously good centre back. Laporte, in my eyes, is better than Varane. It's close. Laporte's better than Varane. Yeah, Laporte's a better centre back than Varane. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I'm not saying there's a ridiculous gap between, but Laporte is better than Varane.
Laporte?
Yeah, Laporte's better than Varane.
Americ Laporte.
But do you know what kills me with Drift, yeah? You man know I always write down my notes before a show, innit? Every time I do a show with Drift.
Seriously.
He says,
Varane's better than Laporte.
Come on, bro.
I think Varane's better than Laporte. I think he's better than Laporte.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Laporte, for me, is a great defender. I think maybe injuries have kind of taken a bit away from him. Still a great talent, still a great defender.
Laporte is the second best centre back in the league after Van Dijk, right? We all agreed on this 12 months ago, but all of a sudden he's not that guy anymore, no?
No, I'm not saying
nobody said that though.
But at the same time,
that's in the Premier League.
That's the Premier, yeah.
That's the Premier League.
Listen,
he
I'm not
doesn't
saying
even.
Varane's crap, by the way, because I don't want this narrative to build up that I think Varane's crap or something like that. Like, I don't think that. I just think Laporte's better than him. And I think Varane would need a year to prove he's better than Diaz as well.
What?
The Premier League is different. If Varane comes to the Premier League and acts like he does when Ramos isn't there in Real Madrid, he'll be in a lot of trouble most weeks.
Drift.
I know. Sorry, Drift, I got to stop you. If someone said to you when we signed Thiago, he's got to play in the Prem for a year before I can call him good, you would bit their head off, bro.
No, I said for me to say Varane's better than Diaz. Because Diaz for a year now has proved himself in the Prem. Varane would have to come in and do the same if I say he's better than Diaz. Because Diaz is looking sensational at the moment. We can't act like he's not. That's all I'm saying. So I would need Varane to come here and do what Diaz has done. And then that's when I'll be like, okay, yeah, Varane is better than Diaz.
But why is it? But why
he doesn't do what Diaz has done, then he's not better than Diaz.
All right. But hear me out, though. But that's like saying Messi has to come to the Premier League to say that he's the best. We don't say that about Messi. Messi just does it in Spain, and we know.
You just used arguably the best player that's ever existed as an argument, which is a bit unfair. And I still think that Messi coming to the Premier League, he does still have to come and show it wasn't only La Liga we could do it. Everybody will be like, if he has a bad season, everybody would be like, oh, so he was good in La Liga, but he couldn't handle the Prem. And everybody would say that.
All right, let me not use Messi. Do you think Neymar could handle the Premier League? You rate Neymar highly. Do you think Neymar can handle
the Premier League? Yeah.
So you would not say there's never been an argument where you've ever gone, do you know what, I rate Neymar, but I don't know if he can cut it in the Premier League.
But I don't rate Varane that highly. I don't rate Varane that highly.
No, Drift. My argument is, though, we can't just say because that player hasn't played in the league, that don't make them great. Because you're saying you need to see him in the league to sit. You said
if you're looking at the partnership, I would need Varane to prove he can come to the Premier League and do what Diaz has done for me to say he's better than Diaz. And in my opinion, he's not better than Laporte. So to say we'd have the best partnership, I don't know. Because if Diaz and Laporte are both better than Varane, just because Van Dijk's better than all of them doesn't mean that we've got the better ones. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No, but you.
Sorry, let me read out these.
You think they're better than Varane?
Me personally, yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If we don't make top four, we're gonna have plenty of players saying they would like to move. We're gonna have plenty of players saying I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. If we don't make, I don't know. Maybe
you know the song. I like to.
I know. Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to understand.
We don't get top four, all of our players are going to be saying they want to move on. That's what you're saying.
Okay. Apologies. Apologies. Laporte can't even start ahead of Stones or even get in the French squad. Come on, man. But Varane for 46 mil, I'll bite your hand off. From Musa LFC 21.
I can't believe the disrespect of Rafa Varane. Rafa Varane won like 4 Champions Leagues. But he's done it all.
I'm not using the trophy argument. Please don't do that.
So what? So he can't win the World Cup, and he didn't do that with Ramos. He done it with somebody else, with rotating partners.
Look, even Cal, when we were having an argument about was it Verratti or one of the players where we thought he was good and Cal didn't think he was as good as us, and then the whole thing. And then Cal was like, no, don't use the trophies. So I'm going to do the same thing. Don't use the trophies. Like I'm not going to
So what do you want to base it on then? What do you want to base it on?
I want to base it on when I watch the players play, which one I think is better at defending.
But isn't that unfair then, Drift, if you watch Laporte and Diaz more than Varane?
I've watched Varane way more than I've watched Diaz over the course of his career.
So how possibly can you be saying that?
Because I don't rate Varane as highly as you do. I've always found Varane a bit suspect.
But bruv, you've seen Diaz in the Prem for not even a full season.
Yeah, over Varane's whole career, I'm like, no, good defender, very good defender. But at certain levels, I find him suspect, and I definitely don't think that he's got that leadership quality that we need if Van Dijk isn't there. That's always been my argument. Yeah, for me, Varane next to Van Dijk, great. Van Dijk got an injury and it's just Varane? Nah, I'm not happy with that. So I'm saying I don't really want Varane. Because if Varane had to play with a Kabak or if Varane had to play with somebody or a Phillips or someone like that, he ain't leading them through that game. He ain't. I'm telling you, he would start making all the mistakes that he makes when he's playing for Real Madrid and Ramos ain't playing. And I don't want that. That's my opinion. I don't think that he's as good as you lot do. It's that simple.
Gab Jesus spanned Varane twice. Yeah, he did. He did.
If Varane didn't play for Real Madrid and Varane played for like Benfica or something, man, wouldn't gas him the way they do. He's what you call a fashion footballer. I don't care.
No, he's not, Drift.
How can Varane be a fashion footballer if he's been busting it up since he came to Real Madrid when he was 17, fam?
Well, he's busting it up. What? He's in a team that's been successful. Him personally, what has he been doing?
Have you watched Diaz when he was at Benfica?
No, I haven't.
So how can you possibly say that I'm going to leave it there then?
Because Man City and Man City, but because Man City are so good.
More Varane than I have of Diaz. But this year, Diaz has impressed me. If Varane comes to the Premier League and does what Diaz has done and eradicates all the mistakes I see him making at Real Madrid, I'll go, no, he's better than Diaz. He is. If he comes to the Premier League and doesn't do as well as Diaz, when you're trying to compare them as a partnership, I'll say, no, I think Laporte and Diaz are both better than Varane. So 50-50, who's got the better centre-back partnership? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Varane's overrated, in my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion on Varane.
No, of course.
Varane is a fashion footballer.
There's certain
players, in my opinion, who I feel like there's extra hype that gets around these players. All right, let me give you an example. James Rodriguez. There's no doubt he's a good player, but he's definitely a fashion footballer. He went World Cup, did well. Everybody just got super gassed off this shoot. He went Real Madrid. And has his career ever really become what we thought he was? He's a fashion footballer. People jumped on the hype train and bigged him up more than he should have been bigged up. Now he's at Everton. Now he's a good player, but he's at Everton. Why is he at Everton?
Are we really comparing Varane to James Rodriguez?
Can I say something? Let me say something. No. Let me say something, yeah? 3 weeks ago, I brought up football fashion for a reason. Do you want to know why? Because you got it completely wrong, yeah? Football fashion is about something current in the moment. Who's current in the moment right now playing in the Premier League, but you've never watched them before in Benfica, a man at Benfica? I asked you the question. You're telling me you've seen, man. You've seen, no. Bro, go on Twitter right now and football fashion, type in Diaz, they will come together. Diaz is the guy because Man City are winning.
I won't even.
Come on, man.
Maybe Diaz.
You can't say Varane. Remember, it's not like Varane burst onto the scene yesterday,
and I don't rate him as highly as everyone else.
Varane come on from when he was 17. Yeah, obviously he's gonna have bad games. That happens to any defender in world football. Virgil got.
Why am I never allowed my own opinion?
No, of course you can.
No. Shall I tell you what it is?
No.
This is my
opinion. I give it. If you don't agree, don't agree. I don't have to justify my opinion every week.
No. You're trying to play victim now, fam. Don't do that.
But every week I've got to justify my opinion.
The reason we ask you. No, we don't, Drift. I've had to justify my opinion every time I've given an opinion, bruv.
Only on Ronald. Who else?
Every time I say something, bro.
Why not don't have to justify myself with Kabak before you jumped on the thing? Remember, it was me, you know. Remember that, and everyone was coming from my head.
I was on your side with Kabak. That wasn't me.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Drift. We all justify our opinion.
At the beginning, you weren't.
Like, bro, I came on the show and said that after speaking to you, I get where you're coming from, and everyone started to shout at me before they started shouting at you.
Drift, what I'm saying is everyone on here justifies their opinions. The reason why I personally ask you some things more than maybe Matt is because when you justify your opinion, I feel sometimes you move the goalpost.
No.
I'm just telling you from my perspective.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving the goalpost ain't saying I've watched Varane for years. When Ramos isn't there, he makes loads of mistakes. He's not a leader, and I think he's an overrated.
You say loads of mistakes. What's
top 3 in the world? I don't think he's top 3 in the world. I think he's overrated. If you said to me, "Where's Varane?" I'll be like, "He's in the top 10, maybe top 15 of centre backs." Boom, cool. But when people say Varane is the second best or only Van Dijk's better than him, I'm like, no, that's rating him way too highly. And that's just for me watching the guy play, and I see too many mistakes and no leadership. That's it.
I'm gonna read out some of these super chats and I'm gonna ask you a question in a sec, Drew. So Dado1, hi my brothers, enough love to my LFC Kop-Ish family, enough love to you too, bro. M to the O. I can imagine Matt scoring a hat-trick from the right wing and Drift saying, not bad by the left wing, track back. Goals don't mean nothing.
You're not Salah. You're more like Mane, trap back. I want to see you trap back, bro.
Again, I want to apologise if I've missed any super chats. Not using a laptop this evening. Noah says Drifty shaved off his logic along with his hair. That's the words of Noah, not mine.
Listen, you lot can have your opinion. It's cool.
All right. So let me ask you a question, Drift. Yeah.
Please, let's not make this the whole Varane debate.
No, but Varane's one of the main topics of the show.
Yeah. But I'm saying, let's just not argue about this for half an hour.
No, but I want to ask you, where in your ranking do you have Koulibaly as a centre back?
Up until this season, I had him very high. This season, I'm starting to think maybe he's coming up to 30. Maybe is he starting to slightly decline? So it's hard to judge, or is he just falling out of love with football because he had to stay at Napoli for too long? So it's quite a difficult one. I would still say Koulibaly is a better centre-back than Varane, but that's just my opinion.
All right, so this is the thing. So you're saying Koulibaly is a better defender. And again, this is where I have my issues with some of your opinions, or I try and grill you to get a bit more out of you, Drift. Because you're saying...
You want me to agree with you, lot, but
no, I don't. Brother, I genuinely don't. I need to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because you think he's great, and if I don't, it's a problem.
I'm trying to get on your wavelength.
I'm trying to understand why.
I'm trying to understand. So here's my thing, yeah. You're saying that Varane makes mistakes, hence why you've never really rated him. Koulibaly throughout his whole career makes mistakes, but you rate him highly.
No, at the moment, I don't know if he's on the decline, but in general, yeah. For the majority of his career, I rated him highly, yeah.
But I'd argue Koulibaly makes more mistakes per match than Varane.
Yeah, but is that
over the course of his career? Well, that's probably facts and the eye test.
Where would the facts be? If you bring me the facts, I'll say, all right, cool.
I don't have a laptop at the moment.
Oh, my days. You want me to do some digging and go errors leading to goals and all them things? Come on.
Go and do some digging. Listen, I'm not sitting here acting like this is gospel. This is my opinion. I've probably watched somewhere between 50 to 75 games with Koulibaly in it, and I've probably done the same with Varane. If I'm just giving you like a rough number of watching La Liga, watching Champions League, all that stuff. And over the course of both of their careers, I have definitely seen that Koulibaly is a better leader than Varane, and for me, he's a better defender than Varane. Even if it's small margins, I think Koulibaly is better than Varane. I'm not going to say because Varane's won all these trophies, it makes him better, and I'm not going to do all of that. I'm just going to say what I see when I watch the play. And the leadership thing is the main reason why I'm worried if he comes to Liverpool, because we need somebody with, if Van Dijk isn't there, can lead the defence. We've seen that's what the problem is. It's a massive problem when Van Dijk's not playing. We don't have a leader. We know Gomez ain't a leader. We know Matip's kind of a leader, and Matip's probably going to go. And we definitely know if we keep Kabak, he ain't a leader. So I'm also judging one in Varane on whether he's a leader. Varane's not a leader. You can argue with me about how good he is as a defender all you want. You can never, ever tell me he's a good leader. He's not a leader.
I kind of disagree with that as well, G.
Fair enough. You lot do have a bit of a Varane loving, which is making you lot go more biased in one way than I'm going in the other. Cool, that's fair enough. But I'm just saying, from what I've seen, I don't think Varane is as good as everybody else does. I don't. And if we sign Varane, I will not be upset. No way will I be upset. Let's just stop the narrative now. I think he's a crap player or all of that. I will not be upset.
No,
but
I think to
myself, there's people who are leaders that we should have probably thought about over him, because we have to consider Van Dijk not being the same guy he is anymore, which is a worry, but it's a fact that we have to factor in. He may not still be that guy. And if he's not playing, I want a leader. That's all I'm saying. Varane next to Gomez, for me, would have a lot of holes in it. Because neither of them would be leading each other, and they'd both be looking at each other for that leadership, and it wouldn't be there. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, Drift, but you see, this is the thing, yeah. When you say things like Soyuncu's a leader, yeah, I look at that
more
and think,
of a leader than Varane. I'm not saying he's the best leader in the world.
No, but can I just
more of a leader than Varane?
But see, here's the thing. I would arguably say Soyuncu and Varane are kind of both the same when it comes to leadership, because when I look at Leicester play, for me, Johnny Evans is the leader of the defence, in my opinion, anyway. He's the leader. He's the communicator.
Playing when it was Soyuncu and Fofana, and Soyuncu was helping Fofana as a young kid. That's
No, but
leadership.
Evans has been more ever present though. Remember, Soyuncu got injured. Fofana come in. Evans was playing next to Fofana, and again, Fofana's not injured. Soyuncu's playing next to Evans right now. That's what it is right now. Evans.
Yeah, now,
bro,
but it was Soyuncu and Fofana before Fofana got the injury.
bro. Remember, Fofana's only coming this season. Remember, he's only coming this season.
About this season.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is,
here nor there. At the end of the day, I just think he's more of a leader than like. Have you like even when he's playing for his country? I'm just saying, to me, Soyuncu is a better leader than Varane. And Varane for me is a player. If you play, do you know what it is? I get where you lot are coming from. Let me strip it bare. Varane next to Van Dijk, and Van Dijk is there the whole time. Yeah, I'm actually all for that. That partnership would be good, and I can see that really flourishing. But if we're gonna buy a player, I am also thinking about a player that if Van Dijk's not there. And for me, Varane isn't the one if Van Dijk's not there. That's just my opinion.
Fair enough. I think, me personally, if Van Dijk wasn't there, I would still feel very comfortable with Gomez and Varane, especially Varane speaks the language. I've got no issues with that. I think Varane is a leader, and I think for me personally, maybe underestimating his leadership skills. But it is what it is, isn't it? You have your opinion, we have ours about Varane. We move, innit? Let's move on.
All right, 2pixel2. Cal, you really want to do this Kaka thing, big man? Yeah, I'm cool to do it. I'm definitely not going to change my thoughts on Kaka. World-class player on his day, and when he was at the top, he was at the top. But you know where my thoughts are. 2pixel2, you know better than anyone my criteria for being elite. It's not 2 seasons at the top. It's more than that. It's more than that. So we'll leave it for another day. 2pixel. We'll leave it for another day, in my opinion. We'll leave it for another day. Okay, so just before we wrap up the Varane thing, 1, do you think it's a possibility? And 2, who do you think our rivals would be to go and get him if we were serious about trying to get him? And also, sorry, one other question. Do you think that £46 million represents good value for a player of his caliber?
Yeah, he's 27.
I'd struggle to imagine us getting any there for £40 million.
Listen, he's 27.
In the last year of his contract.
Yeah, he's 27 years old. Last year of his contract.
Does
he wants a new challenge. No, but hear me out. Hear me out. Last year of his contract, wants a new challenge. Why not?
Has he actually said that, by the way, the wants a new challenge thing? Is that rumours?
No, it's been heavily reported, and they had to actually convince him to stay. I think when Zidane came back into charge, so he didn't sign a new deal, and that's another reason why as well. He didn't sign that new deal, and I think Real Madrid wanted him to sign. He never signed. He was like, "Listen, I'm going to see how things pan out." But rumours were strong rumours, shall I say? He wanted out at Real Madrid. Zidane, obviously, countryman had to persuade him to stay. And he did that. So I look at that district.
To cut you, Bob. The reason I don't believe that is because even Ramos did that for about 3 years, and we all knew it was just to get more money. Like, I've been hearing that Ramos wanted to leave. Remember when Van Gaal was going to sign Ramos?
Different personalities, Drift.
Man United. I feel like that's just money.
Different personalities, though, Drift. That's how I see it. They're very two different people.
Oh my God, you lot are in love with this Varane. Fuck it.
How is that a bad statement?
So now you're saying that he's a great guy as well, and he'd never.
No, who said that? I just said they're different personalities. No. Are you trying to mock the team?
What's that saying? That's saying that Varane's the type of guy who would lie to get more money.
Hold on. See, if I say someone's different personalities, all I'm saying is they are different people. Why have they got to both think the same?
Of course, they're different people, but the scenario seems very similar. And you can't just act like that's not what Varane's doing.
So we might as well say that about every footballer then, right? I guess everyone's the same. Everyone's the same then.
So what about
all circumstances? You have to consider a similar type of thing.
Am I hearing things correct?
So what's different about the situation with Thiago then? Because Thiago
actually publicly admitted that he wanted a new challenge, and it wasn't about the money. Whereas with the Varane thing, we're just hearing rumours. So I'm saying, is it definite that or is he just trying to get a new deal? With more money.
So I'm going to ask you the question.
And Thiago proved it because they offered him more money.
I'm going to ask you the question.
I can't be bothered.
I'm going to ask you the question. Does Varane and Sergio Ramos seem like the same type of players?
Not
Or
on the
same
pitch,
type of?
no. I don't
Do
know
they
what
seem
they're
like the
like.
same? Do they seem like the same sort of characters?
On the pitch, no.
Off the pitch, do they seem like the same sort of characters?
I don't know anything about them off the pitch. I don't really pay attention. No, honestly, I don't pay attention to them off the pitch. I don't know anything.
Do you know what it is, Drift? I think it's kind of obvious. For me, it's kind of blatantly obvious.
Thiago was a bad example. Thiago actually came to Liverpool for 100 grand less than he was being offered. So it was facts. And he publicly came out and said, I love Bayern. This is nothing to do with Bayern. I want a new challenge. Varane hasn't said that. So I'm saying to you, look, this could be a bargaining chip to get a bigger deal. You're like, he's not like Ramos.
No,
well,
you compared him. Bruv, you compared him. No,
bruv,
you compared him to Ramos, and we said they're different people.
I didn't compare him to Ramos. I compared Ramos' situation of trying to get a new deal and what a lot of other players do at Real Madrid. I remember Cruz, there was rumours he was going to leave and then he was just looking for a new deal. Real Madrid players do this a lot. Gareth Bale dragged out his shit for God knows how long. Real Madrid, players at Real Madrid always hustle Real Madrid for bigger wages and do this whole, I want a new challenge thing. It's happened loads of times. So I'm just saying, how do you know Varane ain't doing this same thing again?
Listen, all I'm saying is this, I'm not Varane's agent, I'm not Varane's agent, but I think if you go and look at it, there's been a lot of heavily credited journalists that have said the same thing. And they said that from when Zidane came back, and a lot of them are saying the same thing. Varane wants a new challenge and they're trying to convince him. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not his agent. That's the best that I can give you. Creditable journalists have all said he wants a new challenge, innit? And he wanted that from when Zidane was coming back. He didn't know whether he wanted to stay. My whole point is this, and I'm just going to leave it like this because this is just getting mad now. Rafa Varane to Liverpool, could it happen potentially if Liverpool really want to go there? If they think that there's a possibility of getting Varane and Varane is dead certain on leaving, I think we're in with a chance. But like Cal's other question, there will be other clubs like Chelsea, like PSG, maybe, I don't know, Juventus, maybe even Man United. We wouldn't be the only club in for him, especially if Varane is available in the summer. That's how I see it. It will be a fight to get him. It won't be a straight up.
To answer Cal's question, I actually think Man United would go ham for him if he was actually available because he's head and shoulders above the two centre-backs that they currently have. I think Chelsea, knowing that Thiago Silva is obviously going to come to the end of his career soon, and they don't really seem to rate Zuma and all of them lot that highly, I think they'll go ham for him. So straight out the back, we can't afford to rank with those two in terms of wages. So straight away, unless Varane actually picked the Liverpool the way Thiago did, I think we'd struggle massively to convince him to come. And then you got to throw on top maybe one of the other teams around Europe. Bayern Munich's defenders, they're losing Alaba. They might be like, come Bayern Munich.
Upamecano.
Oh, yeah, they did get Upamecano. But who's their other centre-back again at Bayern Munich?
Sula.
They got Sula.
Well, I'm sure they'd swap around for Sula, so they could still possibly want to go and get him.
Nah, not if they're model, they wouldn't.
Listen, I'm just saying, 46 million is quite cheap for a defender who's of his level. You never know. As you always say, we need to grab players and have a squad. Bayern Munich might go, yeah, we want to really do this dominance thing. Let's just bring in two centre-backs of that level, and then we're just running things out here, innit? Remember, Boateng is done out here now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they got Hernandez as well, though, fam. They got Hernandez.
They got Hernandez as well.
Yeah, they got a few. Bayern are one of the teams.
No, I'm not saying they're not good, but I'm saying they could still possibly see a player available and jump on it if there's like, if Varane said, yeah, I want to go Bayern, they might be like, you know, we might as well let's just have all the dons and let's just dominate. You know, I'm just saying you don't know, innit? And then PSG, we can never count them out of getting involved in any big boys because they was like a big signing and all that crap. So, you know what I mean? Play Varane next to Marquinhos, or, you know, who knows? I think Liverpool, in terms of the wages we'd offer, are way down the pecking order, if we're being realistic, of being able to sign Varane if he truly is like, right, it's not about anything other than I just want a new deal. I'm going to leave.
Fair enough. Sean Swain, Varane wears a Regi out t-shirt, Drifty is back. Hamza, Drift, I'm with you. Varane is he isn't great. Soyuncu and VVD wants a centre-back partnership. Soyuncu would complement VVD better, impeccable.
Big up Hamza. I'm telling you, it's just an opinion. If you don't agree, you don't agree. If you agree like Hamza does, you do, and we keep it moving. We don't. It doesn't always need to be like some mad argument about fucking.
No one was arguing. But if I say, I think, but all I said was, imagine this. Yeah, all I said was, they're different characters or whatever. A man trying to say like, I was like, what? Like, that was that
to me. Fair enough. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped the gun, but it sounded to me more like you were like, Varane's not the type of guy who would do that for money.
No, I'm like, no, but obviously I wouldn't. But what I'm trying to say is we can't just say because Ramos has done it that necessarily means Varane wants to. And again, I was only going by things that I've heard, innit, or things that I've even read. That's what I'm trying to say. Come on. I'm not Varane's agent. Like I said before, I ain't got a clue, bro.
Can I ask you guys a question? If Soyuncu came, would you still be happy playing the high line?
I think we should stop the high line even with Van Dijk, you know. I do think we should be 5 or 10 yards further back regardless. It's too much pressure on the players, even if they are quick, that they've always got to keep worrying and chasing back and doing all this. So I don't even think we should play as high anyway, even with Gomez and Van Dijk.
I think with Soyuncu, he's pretty athletic. You could probably still play it, I reckon.
He's obviously not as athletic as Varane. I know what Callum's getting at. Varane is like way more athletic than Soyuncu.
But it's not about. You keep on thinking I'm trying to shoot agendas, bro. I'll ask you a question.
All right. It sounded loaded. Fair enough. If it wasn't, my bad.
It was just a simple question. Like, you've not once heard me say I don't rate Soyuncu.
I know.
So you literally
the question,
jumped,
bro. Like, I asked the question. I said,
"Bro,
be honest. Was there a roundup for but Varane would suit the system better with the high line?
No, that one had nothing to do with Varane.
I made an assumption. My bad.
I literally asked the question. I rate, bruv. Remember, I was telling you, man, about Soyuncu before we come to Leicester.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Come on, man. I asked the question.
No, I'm not saying you think Soyuncu's a bad player. I'm not saying that.
I will say this though, Carl.
The reason I asked that is again, and I think this is where sometimes football can become a bit of a mad one because just because a player's quality, we also have to look at whether they'd fit our system. Like, I'll be honest, I think Joe Gomez is not as good as Soyuncu as a centre-back, in my personal opinion. I think Soyuncu's a better centre-back. But I think Gomez suits our system better than Soyuncu does.
I see the logic in that.
I get what you're saying.
I think Gomez would be a better centre-back if he got to play injury-free for like season after season. But based on the real evidence, yes, Soyuncu is better than Gomez at defending.
So that's what I'm saying. So when people throw out names and stuff, are we throwing out names because they look good in their system, and are we thinking about whether they'd be adaptable in our system? That's all I'm asking. Because Soyuncu, in my opinion, is absolutely class, and he's one of the best centre backs in the league. I just don't know if he'd fit our system very well.
So you definitely think that Varane would suit our system?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Based on him having a lot of pace?
I think it's more than having pace, but that is one of the better attributes in terms of a high line.
I think he's very good at interceptions as well, because he's quite agile on his feet for a guy that's like 6'3", I think, or 6'4". So, again, they're kind of different centre-backs. Soyuncu is athletic, though, don't get twisted. Like, he's quick, you know. Soyuncu's quick, obviously just not as quick as Varane. But again, if you're talking about
as quick as Van Dijk, maybe quicker. So in terms of that,
I've seen in the comments that I can't remember who said it, but apparently
he's the quickest centre back in world football.
Andre apparently said he's statistically the fastest centre back in world football at the moment.
Oh, I thought that was Van Dijk after he got clocked. You remember when he was chasing Messi back in the Barcelona?
That was that season.
That season.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, I'm going to kind of go slightly off script. Do you know who would fit our system? And I know he's only just got there. Or Fofana, you know.
Fofana,
bro. Are you...
Listen. But I think Soyuncu's a better centre-back than Fofana.
I think Soyuncu's a better centre back now, but I think Fofana has more potential. That's just me though. But but remember when I said this, I think Fofana reminds me, it sounds crazy, of like a young Varane. Like the style of play. They're very nippy. They're nippy with it. Remember, Fofana's 6'4", you know?
Yeah. And I think I saw someone in the chat, I think it was Miracle, asked, does Matip not suit our system? Matip suits our system because Matip has good recovery pace, as we've seen in his last game that he played for us when Son went through and he caught up to Son, bodied him and took the ball off him.
But Matip's got less recovery pace than Soyuncu, though.
Oh, yeah. He has got less recovery. I would have said so.
Can play in our system, then Soyuncu can play in our system.
I think people sleep on Matip's pace, you know.
Nah, Cal, he's not as quick as Soyuncu.
You'd be surprised. I think people sleep on Matip.
He's not.
Do you know what?
I'm being
real, but he's not as quick as Soyuncu.
I'm going to go deep here. What it is that Matip has a longer stride pattern and doesn't... Fofana is more... I'm saying Fofana, isn't I love the kid. Soyuncu is... When he runs, he looks very aggressive. Like, he looks like he's putting it all in. Whereas Matip don't run like that. Matip is quick. He's quick. In fact, you know what? Matip is quick enough. I think it's hard to say who's actually faster over a long distance. I think... about to say Fofana again. Soyuncu has better acceleration, but it kind of wouldn't surprise me that over a longer distance, whether Matip
people sleep on Matip's pace.
No, and I say may.
Here's the problem.
It's got a longer stride pattern still.
I think he reads the game better. I think he reads the game better than Soyuncu.
Oh, he does.
Even if what you're saying is true, Matt, what the problem is, most of the time, a defender only has 10 or 15 yards where he needs his pace. Otherwise, the striker's getting a shot on the goal. So I don't necessarily think having a long stride and building up speed helps if you're a centre-back. Midfield, I think, is more where building up a head of steam is better. But when you've only got that 10, 15 yards to recover, the striker's going to score the goal if you don't get back. So I'd rather he had quick acceleration than he builds up speed more.
But Matip caught Son, bro.
Yeah,
no, he did, but we can't say that can't have maybe also has something to do with what Son did, because we know Son's just so much quicker than him overall. So we can't just go, oh, that's literally how quick Matip is. Matip's not as quick as Son. We know that. Do you get what I mean? There's variables in the situation.
No, I get what you're saying. But again, do you know what it is? It can look deceiving as well. Do you know Matip is actually our tallest defender in the first team? He's actually 6'5". He's taller than Van Dijk.
You can tell that when you look at him, though. You can.
That's what I'm saying. So again, when he runs, remember he don't even run like Van Dijk, so to speak. Van Dijk, he's got that more traditional, but Matip is got this like laid back language style, and he doesn't look fast, but he actually is kind of fast though.
No, he's not fast. He's just deceptively quicker than you
think. Matip is faster than you think.
Describe Matip as
all right, do you know what? This is the easiest way for me to say it. In our high line that we've always played, it's very rare that I see a lot of people burn Matip, you know, real talk.
Don't see it happen.
And let's not act like he's never been sized up on a one-on-one in his whole Liverpool career, because he has.
No, what's hard is when we got to the Champions League final, we weren't playing as high line as we did last season. And last season, Matip played maybe about 10 or 12 games. He didn't play that many games last season to really know how he copes in the high line. So it's a tough one. It is a tough one. Do you get what I mean?
He's played enough. I think he's played enough.
I think, because we would have seen it. Like, you know,
defending is quality, but he's not quick. I would never ever describe Matip as quick.
He's quick for a defender. He's quick for a defender.
I wouldn't even say that.
Remember, Drift, this man played with and again, it's ain't a dig, but remember, he played with Degsy. Remember? And like, I don't even back then, I'm trying to think of when Matip got burned. But yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I don't even know if I'd say that.
No, he's quicker than Lovren, fam.
I don't know if I would say he's quicker than Lovren.
Khalil Hassan, we have the lowest wage bill in the Big Six. I don't know if that's actually true. I'd have to double check that. Hamza met Soyuncu 12 months ago. He's a Liverpool fan.
Get it done. That's who I want.
I wouldn't complain with Soyuncu though. I'm not gonna front. All these defenders we're talking about.
By the way, sir, just quickly, I don't normally address why on earth would anybody say I hate Matip or I dislike Matip because I'm trying to say he's not as quick as you lot thinking? Do you see how much people are just black and white? Just like no grey area. It's just like, oh, 50 isn't big enough. Matip, he hates him. Fucking hell, people have got to calm down. My days. I love Matip. But I'm not going to act like he's a rapid, fast centre-back just because he played for my team.
See,
I never said he's rapid. I think he's a lot quicker than people think.
No,
yeah. He's faster than what people think, bro.
Because I think Matip's quicker than people think he is. I just don't think Matip is quick.
Fair enough. Well, people, if you haven't already, do smash the like button. Please do smash the like button. We're going to move on to the next subject. And the next topic for discussion is something where we'll definitely all agree on. Well, I think anyway. Genie Wijnaldum has reportedly said, or reports have come out saying that Genie Wijnaldum wants to stay. Now, I've been drumming this for a little while now, and Matt and Drift was shutting me down still. Basically telling me off air they were going to rush me and all that for suggesting that. But we move, innit?
I just telling you again, get your hopes up, bro.
All right, so the
full crew,
he's gone.
They're broke as anything. Like they are broke.
1 billion debt.
Like there's broke and then there's Barca broke. Like having no money to your name is one thing, but being £1 billion in debt is another level of broke.
They have to sell Messi, you know.
Bro,
they got to let him go.
That would just make your head explode.
But that's the sort of debt where you just say, I can't pay that back. What else can I do? Like
they got to let man go.
No, that would make your head explode.
They got to let man go.
It would honestly make your head explode if you was £1 billion in debt. That's a debt you'll never be able to pay.
They got to let man go, man.
A couple people saying the streams died.
Streaming stuttering. Is it?
Raw. It's fine. It seems fine.
It's fine on our end.
Still says live on stream died there for a sec. Okay, people.
Raw, what happened?
People, is the stream still alive now, or did it kind of just go on a madness?
Are we back?
Thought my internet died. Oh, are we back then, people? Maybe there's just a little.
We don't even know what happened there, guys. It's completely fine on our end.
Oh, it's back now. No, maybe there's just like a little glitch.
No, that might have been a YouTube thing. Apologies to anybody. We don't know what's going on.
Someone said it's fine now. Okay, cool.
Cool. Sean Swain said, Met Varane, he's a fan of Matt and Cal. Feelings mutual.
Hey.
I think he wrote that right. He said, I met Cal and Matt and they're a fan of Varane.
No, he did. No, he actually said met Varane. And
he did. He goes, I met Varane. He goes, they're a fan.
Yeah. To hear correctly, Matip is good, but he's always in A&E. Man, fragile. No, it's true. If Matip if Matip, I won't even say have Virgil fitness, because Virgil fitness was actually an anomaly. But let's say he was able to play 30 games out of a season in the Premier League, we probably wouldn't be in need of a centre back. We'd want one because we want to dominate, but we wouldn't be in desperate need of one. It's Matip's injuries that kill him, unfortunately. All right. So again, and another thing. So we're going back to Genie. So Barca, in my opinion, can't afford him, and I don't think you'd want to go Barca as things stand right now. Inter with the other team rumored to want him. Inter are in financial difficulties as well. They may have to sell Hakimi, and they only bought Hakimi last season, and they haven't even paid Real Madrid the first instalment for Hakimi yet because they haven't been able to afford it.
Speak.
So that's another team.
Is that COVID related with Inter, or is there, because they were wealthy about 12 months ago?
I don't know if it's COVID related or just mismanaged, but they have signed a lot of players since Conte's gone in there as well.
Oh, do you know what it might be as well? I don't know if you heard, but like I think there's a massive issue with the Chinese Super League, and I think I think they've got Chinese owners, and something about one of the main people in China to do the league who have an affiliation with Inter. Apparently, they just said they're just not something about. They're not doing football no more or something like that. I need to go back and check it. But
so it's one of them ones where like the owners pulled back kind of thing.
Potentially, but also COVID as well. Like so I think it's a mixture of both.
12 months ago, Inter were wealthy.
Yeah,
so
they're supposed to.
They're just broke all of a sudden.
But people, let me know still. It's COVID coupled with a lot of spending. They have spent a lot of money. Remember, Lautaro Martinez, Lukaku. They brought in Hakimi. They spent quite a lot of money. But they're reaping the rewards because I think they're top of the league at the moment and they're playing really well.
Yeah, a Chinese owner got revenue, but a Chinese club stopped all operations.
Jeez.
Okay, so they had like a bit of a behind the scenes issue, basically.
Some madness going over there. That's what I know. And I know that someone did say something about it affects Inter.
Shank says, I need a striker. We've been scoring less than conceding. Scoring much less than conceding. No, we definitely need a striker. Firmino's not the answer for our striking position on the football pitch anymore. He's just not. But Genie, back to Genie. Do you think Genie stays? And if he does stay, do we need to bring in another centre midfielder? Oh, Cam J, sorry, Madrid on now. Varane is the captain. The irony. Well, people, let us know how he does.
I'm gonna see how that goes then, innit?
I'll be back in a minute. Let me go watch Varane. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
Who are they playing?
Let me know.
They're playing Sociedad. They're playing Sociedad, I think.
Oh, so it's not really going to take much to get through.
Can't say that Sociedad are a good team, bro.
Bro, the fact that I know Sociedad says that, you know, man.
Did you not see what Man United just done to them?
Oh,
bro.
All jokes aside, Man United just wiped the floor with them. Come on, guys.
A Leipzig rubbish drift.
No, we only won 2-0. Man United beat them like 4 or 5-0.
But
come on.
Yeah, Man United beat Leipzig 5-0.
Yeah.
So a Leipzig a rubbish team.
But Leipzig pulled that one back and actually knocked them out by winning the other game. Man United battered up Sociedad for both legs, bro. Come on.
Bro.
Come on. Man United got one over them and then RB got one over them. So that one was like a 50-50 thing. Man, you buoyed Sociedad for both legs. Come on, man.
But Sociedad they're not dead, you know.
All right. I take that one back then. Sociedad are a very good side. Anyway.
They're just not dead. They're just not dead, innit?
All right, man, they're not dead, but Varane's not exactly going to be tested the way I want to see him tested if I'm going to get proof he's a leader. That's the point.
Do you know the striker that Varane might be up against tonight?
I don't know. Who is it?
Alexander Isak.
Okay, let's see how he copes. Anyway.
Just gonna say, bro. Just putting it out there. I'm watching the thing, bro. I've been watching Real Madrid for a while, fam. And the Spanish league. Remember, Football Banter Show old days? Remember them ones, dude? Remember? Come on.
Sean said Varane is wearing drifty boxer shorts. Sean's on one today. All right. Genie Wijnaldum. If he stays, do we need to buy another central midfielder?
Yeah, back to Genie. I would love to see Genie stay. I'm worried that Liverpool won't offer him a wage that will make him feel loved, validated, etc., etc. I know people like to make jokes about me saying that it's his back pay that is more important, even if the club don't believe he should get 150 or whatever. It would kind of be like giving him a little bit of love that he should have been getting this whole time. But I've got to be realistic, and I know Liverpool won't think like that. But I'm hoping that they might offer him maybe, say, 110, maybe, like an amount that will at least make him feel like it's worth staying. It's not the amount that he wanted, or it's not what he's worth, but it's a significant increase on what he's getting now that will allow him to feel appreciated. Is the word I'd probably use. Appreciated. Like, if you really go over the whole situation with our team, and again, £75,000 a week is a lot of money, but I'm going to put it into the context of
70, I believe it is.
70, whichever. I'm going to put it into the context of what we're talking about. Ox is on over 100.
120.
Matip's on over 100. Shaqiri's on more than, I don't know if Shaqiri's on 100, but he's on more than Wijnaldum.
Yeah.
So I'm naming all the injury-prone players here who barely play. Naby's on over 100.
120, I think.
Who, sorry?
Naby, I think, is on 120, same as Ox.
Yeah, and I think Minamino is on the same. Who only just came for a really small fee as well.
No, he can't be.
So when you look at what's around it, how much is he on, sorry?
Minamino's on 75.
So Minamino's on the same amount, and he's just come as a squad player. So when you really look at it,
oh no,
if you're Genie, you're really gonna say there's no respect here. I'm being disrespected here. And who's been ever present for the majority of the last 4 years?
Genie Wijnaldum, yeah.
I think the only player who was probably more present was Van Dijk, but because Genie's been here longer, Genie will still look more ever present than Van Dijk. If you look at the trajectory of the last 4 years, Genie's been a Liverpool player.
Sorry to cut you guys. This is where I'm getting a bit confused. So I'm trying to find the exact figures. It's the one I've got here saying Genie's on 90, but I don't think that's not true, is it?
No, I've seen too many reports that he's on 70 or 75 to believe that he's on 90 or anything like that. He's on 70 or 75.
I'm trying to find a reputable place.
And here's the thing: when we first signed Genie, yeah, 70 was good when we first signed him. Like he was a player who obviously had to prove himself. I rated him highly, as Matt already knows. I was gassed when we signed Genie, but I did get that he might not be able to live up to the hype, to step up, whatever. But after 2 years, as Cal put it best, when we won the Champions League, Genie should have been given a new contract. At that moment, he proved his value to the team, and he proved that he was worthy of a bump. And even if you only put half of what he was getting on top, say he went from like 70 to 100, so it was like half of what he was getting on top, so he went to 100. Even that would have been like, you know what I mean? He would have felt more like value at that point. Like, okay, at least I've been given an increase. To let him run the whole 5 years of his deal on 70, him being that dedicated to Liverpool, ever present, professional, top performer. I know a lot of people hate Genie, but would I be wrong in saying he's been the top 5 performer in every season since he signed? I don't think I'd be going too far to say that. What do you look think?
As in Genie being top 5?
In terms of consistent performances, I would say he's been in the top 5 every season for every season he's been with us.
Well, put it like this: since he arrived at Liverpool, how many men have actually even still been ever present and the team hasn't changed? Because think about when Klopp came in, and Klopp has changed a lot. He's been ever present. You're right. I think, listen, bro, I'm going to be real. He probably is top 5 performers throughout like Klopp's reign, even if he's number 5. He's got to be there. Like, let's be real. He was one of the main reasons why we even got to the Champions League final. Obviously, it was him and Divock. Like,
well, bro,
and I'm not trying to say
massively transformed us in the 16-17 season. That even made us who we've become.
Bruv, didn't Genie Wijnaldum score the first?
Divock actually got a new contract after the Champions League as well.
And didn't Genie get the Cal? Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Genie get the goal where we last day of one of the seasons where we had to qualify? Zikat's talking about 100%.
And he was great for that whole season, man. That was his debut season, and he was great for that whole season.
Yeah,
he was like him and Mane are a big reason of why we are who we are at the moment. They were the ones who believed in the project, came in at the base ground level, and helped us to become who we are. And there's no one who can tell me that Genie doesn't deserve to be given at least 120 grand a week. Come on, man. I can't believe we're even having this discussion.
So it is, Drift. Sometimes people forget how good someone is, and then when they go, they're like, "Oh, my days." Like, now I see. It's like I don't want to see that situation where I know we won't, because we rate him. We all rate him on this channel, innit? But some people don't rate Genie as highly, and I just think personally, you're gonna regret it if Genie Wijnaldum leaves, and you're gonna see there's a gaping hole in our midfield. Whether you think it's because of quality, whether it's because people just aren't fit. There's going to be a reason why you miss Genie. And I don't want there to be that situation, if I'm being honest, because I think for me, he's got a sign. I haven't got Cal's optimism in a sense of, do I think he's going to stay? At the moment, I still feel like there's too many ifs and buts. I would feel more confident maybe if I heard a little bit more of Liverpool's side saying we're going to sit down with him. Because from what I've heard, Cal, Genie Wijnaldum's not once wanted to leave. That's never been an issue. It's always been about the wage and the length of contract. But Liverpool seem to think because he's a certain age, we can't give you what you want. But then find a compromise then. Just find it. Even
It's
if it
gonna
means you
be
give.
this is why I think this summer's gonna be interesting because we've seen people saying that Salah might be sold, but Salah's come out and said he doesn't want to leave. We've seen people saying Genie's gonna go, but Genie said he doesn't want to leave. You have to ask yourself, is this coming from above? Is this coming from the players? Is this coming from agents? A lot of questions will be answered this summer, and I think Genie's one will give us an indication as to how things will go in the summer, in my opinion.
And you know, remember that one of the other things that they were saying was the reason Genie didn't want to sign the contract is because it was only a 2-year extension and he wanted a 3-year extension, and they believe that he'll be like surplus to requirements by the time he's 31, 32, whatever the age he'll be when that runs out. That annoys me even more because that is very disrespectful to a player who's shown no signs of slowing down, who's never dropped his like his standards, his professionalism. Like you're kind of shooting him before he's lost his race. You know, like when they used to kill horses, it was really horrible. Like, he can't win races anymore, and then they'd kill the horse because he's of no value. Genie's still winning the races, and they're already thinking about when he can't win the race anymore, and that's not fair. That's not fair, man.
One of the fittest men in our squad as well, you know, and that should not go unlooked either.
The man's needed a break for God knows how long. He's still running himself into the ground now.
Yeah.
He never gets injured, bro.
Man of the match.
I think he's only missed
with Jones. Like,
he's only missed 3 or 4 games in his whole Liverpool career, if I'm not mistaken.
It's crazy.
That is mad. Like, come on, man.
I agree with Drift. Soyuncu is 24 and 47k and Prem proven. Varane 27 is on 200k. Mustafi has 1 World Cup, doesn't make him a great leader though.
I don't get
the Mustafi thing's a good call though.
No, it's not.
Why would you?
No, I'm just saying with the whole like, you know, when we're talking about the trophy thing, I'm saying that's the point right there. Mustafi's got a World Cup and he played an integral part in it.
Bro, he didn't play an integral part. He didn't play an integral part, Drift.
He didn't.
Mustafi did not play an integral part in the World Cup.
I'm sure when I remember looking into it once, and I think he started 3 games in that World Cup, so he played a big part. You only played 7 games in a World Cup, and he started 3 games in that World Cup.
You're a football man, you know. If someone brings up Mustafi to a Varane debate,
come on, Drift,
it's already debunked, isn't it?
No.
You get what I'm trying to say, though.
The super chat point was just saying that it's not good to try and use what trophies you won. Because Mustafi is a World Cup winner.
No, but we know this.
And there's the proof right there, because Mustafi's not good.
No, but we know this.
I'm just saying.
So I'll tell you why.
Trophy argument.
And I'll tell you why that person is being cheeky. We all on this channel arguably rate in fact, not even arguably, we rate Steven Gerrard as one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League. When we are having discussions with rival fans and arguments, do we accept the fact of because he hasn't won a Premier League that we can't rate him? It's the same thing. It's got nothing to do about individual accolades.
This guy's won 4 Champions Leagues, and it was you who brought
on his resume. Because I'm trying to show you what he's done, his body of work. I'm trying to show you his body of work. Man's giving me 1 cup.
Now, bro, because now you're still using the argument of the trophy.
But I'm just.
Let's move on for Varane.
Man said Mustafi. I'm not having that.
Mustafi comparison.
No, that's a
you didn't compare ability, guys. Don't
put them in the same sentence. That's silly, bro. That's silly.
Mike's, we will have blood on our hands if we let him go for free. Hope he stays, man. We all do. All right, so that brings us to the last part of this show. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun now. All right, so whenever we mention players on the channel, and rightly so, given our history, the first rebuttal we're met with is: can we afford the transfer fee and can we afford the salary? Now, the transfer fee, that all depends on FSG, in my opinion. Salary, I don't want players coming in on high salaries just for the sake of it. That is what I will say. However, we speak about players like Varane, who I don't know if he's on 200k. I heard he was on 150k. And thinking, can we afford a player for 150k centre back? Can we afford this player for that? So what I'm going to do now is read out some players who we've kind of agreed together that will either leave or we think should leave in the summer. See how much that leaves in terms of wages, and then think of the players that we need to bring in and see how that matches up with wages, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we all agree that Adrian needs to move on, and that we just need another goalkeeper.
He will go. He will go.
I'm trying to put the Romero juice in the air because I think he'd be a very good backup for us. So yeah.
That's more optimistic than anything I've ever said.
Yeah, he'll go.
I know, but I'm trying
to
put that juice in the air, innit? You lot have been bigging up Varane, and then all of a sudden we get linked with him. I'm trying to do the same thing, innit?
No, fair play. I'll take Romero.
We've never been linked with Romero, have we?
No, but I'm trying to get us linked with him. That's what I'm saying.
He's trying to put it in the universe, like what you did with Varane. Yeah.
He'd make a great number 2. I'm trying to put it in the atmosphere, like Romero.
I hear that. I rate that. I hear that. All right, so Adrian's on 30k, yeah?
Jeepers.
Because effectively what I'm going to try and do here is make sure we don't go well over what we're currently paying for salaries at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Are we in agreement we can get someone to come in and replace Adrian for similar wages? I reckon, yeah?
No, I think it'll be quite difficult to get a quality of goalie that we want for only 30. Remember in the members video when we was looking at Fabianski, who's going to be free, and thinking that could be a half decent replacement for the meantime while Kelleher is like developing. I think even Fabianski would still want 50 or 60 grand a week. All
right, so should we say someone like Fabianski at 50 then? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's more realistic. Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
if we could get one for 30.
All right, so cool. So Adrian's the first name. Rabara. So I'm just doing the ones that I think salaries we're paying for at the moment. I'm not going to leave Rabara off actually because I'm not 100% sure on him at the moment. The next player in the list is Regi. We all agree Origi's probably going to move on in the summer, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's on 50k. Yeah.
Is that it? I thought it was on more, Funny
no, he disrespected his whole Liverpool career.
I was waiting for this. Bro, he's on 20k too close to Genie. I'll be real, fam.
So Nat Phillips is the next player. Nat Phillips is on 65k, yeah?
Oi, Demo coming for you, boy.
You want to know what? Yeah? This is no shade on Phillips at all, but I need his agent in my life.
Yeah.
How on earth his agent managed to get Liverpool to give him 65 grand a week is beyond me.
I don't think that's real.
No, it is, bro.
Don't think it's real. I don't think. No, seriously. I think.
Bro, this ain't a Santa Claus thing.
Nah, man, don't think it's real, bro. I don't think it's real. I don't. No, seriously. I know it says 65.
It's real,
I don't think that's real, bro.
It's real, bro.
How can Nat Phillips be on 65k and Genie Wijnaldum is on 70? I'm sorry. Like, do you know what it is? Genie Wijnaldum's agent should be sacked. Genie needs to get a new agent. He needs Nat Phillips.
Nat Phillips' agent's probably Michael Edwards, bro.
That can't be
Michael
right.
Edwards' twin. But that's what he's on. That's what he's on.
I still don't. Rumours.
I'm sure even Transfer Market actually says he's like that's how much he gets. It's not a joke.
Everywhere. It's everywhere. Like it's everywhere.
How much he gets. It's not a joke.
All right. So the next player is Shaqiri. He's on 80k.
Yeah. 80.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Genie. Shall I add Genie to the list or not? Do you reckon there's more chance of him going and staying at this point?
I'm going to try and jump on your positive wave and believe that you have a lot of... In fact, you do have points that's making me start to get that type of optimism that's going to make me more upset when he goes. But I'm going to be positive, bro. I'm going to jump on your boat still.
All right, so I'm going to leave Genie off this list then.
We'll call it non-applicable for the time being.
Matip. We all agree Matip kind of needs to move on now.
Yeah, he's on 100, I think.
He wants
Matip's on 100k.
Yeah.
Ox. We all agree Ox has to move on, yeah?
Yeah.
Reluctant.
He's on 120. All right. Here's the next person that I'm going to mention. And I'm asking the question. I'm not saying this is what I want. I'm just asking the question. James Milner. Does he stay at the club or does he move on this summer?
Stays at the club, becomes a coach, Liverpool legend.
I want him to stay, but only if he feels like he can still continue at the level he feels like he's been playing at. So I think that's a question that only he will kind of know. And I think I've got a funny feeling there'll be a conversation and they'll take it from there. Because you can't help Klopp think like, rah, what is he, 34, 35? Is it Milner?
I think he'll be 35 in the summer, I think.
Yeah, I don't want him to go, but I just reckon there's probably going to be a conversation there, you know. I hope he stays, but
think about I think is people really underestimate this. Think about Company at City. Think about like Giggs and Scholes at Man United. You know, just go like through some of like big historically successful teams and think about players who they accepted they were not going to get anywhere near the game time what they used to get when they were in their pomp, but having them around was really important. And the managers understood that, and the managers kept them as long as they could. Milner's in that bracket for me, you lot. Like, even if Milner, I mean, I understand if you're 35, you might want your swan song season where you do get to play all the time because you know you've got maybe 1 year left. That's what
worries me.
I do get that. Don't get me wrong. I do. So from a human point of view, I can't act like if Milner went, then that I wouldn't understand it. But I would just like to think that Milner feels more of a Liverpool legend than any other team. And I know Leeds is his hometown team, but he played for Liverpool longer than he played for any other club. And I would like to hope that that legendariness he has for us now, he would maybe just hang around to keep things going. Do you get what I mean? And I think we should offer him a coaching position. We shouldn't let Milner
I agree
leave.
with that.
We should not let Milner leave at all. We should actually keep him now and embed him within the backroom staff. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want Milner to go at all.
Cool. All right, I won't add Milner to the list.
Do you know what? Just quickly as well before you.
No, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, someone made actually a good point. Someone was in the chat, sorry I didn't see it was, but someone was like, "Do we think Milner could even hack the way how Leeds play, bro?" Because
that's what I was just gonna say to you, bro. They're more intense than we are, bro. Milner can't play in that system.
That Bielsa ball was a madness. Man said,
"Not 35 years old, bro."
Man said, if you stop running, you're getting sub, and they probably ain't even got a basement. But they probably got something else.
Is that what he said?
No. But you can imagine. You see a manager that's on the sideline that just squats the whole game.
Yeah,
he ain't messing about.
He's on stuff. Yeah, he's on stuff.
He just squats the whole game. Just squats.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest with you, at his age, it is more impressive than you realise.
Bruv, of course.
When we come off the street, everybody in the chat, all of you, everybody here, squat for 5 minutes straight and see what your legs are saying. Just stay in that squat
is a
5 minutes.
Can you imagine Milner in that midfield just being like...
It'd be mad. It'd be mad. All right. So with those players going out, it relieves the club of 445k a week, yeah? All right. So we reckon if we bring in a backup goalie, we reckon around 50k, you reckon?
Yeah, about 50.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it'll be that much? I reckon we could do someone on 40, you know?
It depends on caliber, though. You probably could, but it depends on the caliber of goalkeeper, though.
Fabianski isn't even that high of a level, and he'd probably want at least 50. Yeah, I can't imagine Fabianski coming for 30 or 40 grand a week.
All right, let me see if I can find Fabianski's current wage.
I bet it's going to be something like 65 or something, because West Ham, they do have a tendency to pay people
West Ham
some
number one
wages.
For 3 or 4 years. He must have been on about 60 grand a week. He must have.
Remember, they gave Carroll some dumb contract, if I'm not mistaken, you know? Or was that new?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was on more than 60.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. West Ham have got a tendency to pay some big wages sometimes. It depends. It depends on what they're on.
He's on around 3,300,000 per year. So let me break that down.
3,300,000 per year.
That is about 60 or 70 grand a week.
That's about 55.
That's 275 a month. Yeah, we can't afford that.
So it is about 60. I was right, isn't it? About 60.
It's almost 70. All right.
He's not going to come Liverpool for 30 or 40 grand, no.
2 pixels to fun fact. Everton rejected Haaland at 17, a trial. Everton rejected Haaland. Oh, that club never ceases to amaze me, man.
Do you know what I will say,
It always made me feel better.
Do you know what I will say, though? And this is, you see Haaland, Cal, I think I talked to you about the other day. You see that clip where like he's running and Virgil bodies him? Bro,
Yeah.
the way how Haaland runs, I've never seen someone run so awkwardly. Bro, he looks like he's about to like malfunction.
I just see the super chat. Sorry, Sean said got the wife squatting feeling blessed.
Big up, man.
Sean's been quality today.
Big up.
Sean's been
Only
quality
fans
today.
activated.
Yeah. Sean, rating to Sean. All right, so let's say we get a goalkeeper. So goalkeeper around 50k, we reckon, yeah?
Yeah, about 50, yeah.
All right, centre back. What ideally? All right, if it's for, I think. Well, I've been told Varane's on around 150 apparently.
I
and the reason I'm saying Varane is because I think Varane is the player. If we were to get a centre back, he'd command the most wages. So I'm using Varane as the higher scale here.
Yeah,
if he's on 150, if he's on 150, you reckon we could get him on 175?
If he wants to come to Liverpool, we could probably maybe get him on 150.
All right,
but let me go. Have to want to come to Liverpool, like what Thiago did, where it's like, no, I want to play for Klopp. That's the only club I want to go to. Get that done. Just literally like what Thiago did. Thiago took, like they offered him 250, and in the end he came to us for 180. So he's got 70 less. Is it 190? So he's got 60 grand less to come Liverpool because he was like, I just want Liverpool. I don't care about anyone else. I just want to go.
Yeah, definitely.
So he actually took. So unless Varane was like that, I think you're right, Cal. We'd have to probably pay him maybe even closer to 200 to get him. You know?
Maybe, but this is how I'm going to look at it from a realistic point of view. I think if we're going to go for him, though, you're right. Those are the wages we'd have to go for. But here's the flip side. FSG potentially may go for, let's say they went for Soyuncu. The fee would be way higher than Varane, but I think we'll get him on less wages.
Yeah, we would.
So that's how I think. It's like it depends on what model they want to go for. And kind of the same thing goes with, well, in fact, I'll say Botman will be even cheaper because he's not even Prem. So again, it'll be like Botman 30, 35 mil, probably get him on about 70, 80 or something like that. I would have said like around them wages there. So it kind of depends on what FSG want to do and whether Klopp feels like, well, Rafa Varane for him maybe is the better centre back, but even he may look like, right, the wages. Like if it means that I can do more shopping elsewhere, that's the thing with our club. We always tend to look at that.
Someone made a good point. Ox actually picked Liverpool when Chelsea offered him higher wages.
Yeah.
Because Ox is actually a Liverpool fan.
Do you know what? I still can't believe we paid like 40 mil for Ox. He had a year left in.
It was 35 with incentives, and I bet we haven't paid them incentives because he hasn't played enough games.
A year left, you know, bro.
All right, so let me ask you guys a question there. So we say 150 is the absolute max we pay for a centre back per week, we reckon.
I would even struggle to see them paying that if the players high. Like what Matt said, I think if Soyuncu was like, say, 70 mil or 80 mil that Leicester wanted, I don't even think Liverpool would be willing to pay him 100 grand a week because they're not going to pay the high fee and then give him the high wages on top of that. So I think Matt's got a point. It would have to be one or the other, and that's where I would. Because if he's on 47 grand at Leicester and the step up in class, better team, Soyuncu would probably come Liverpool for like 80. If we're being
more than that,
probably would.
I'll say eight. No, but Cal, I reckon
47 now, Cal. That's nearly double.
Yeah, I reckon the ceiling will be 100, but it'll be like 90 with incentives or something. I don't think they will burst 100 for his first. Because think about it, they'll be thinking this is his first contract. If he's going to keep getting better and better, the wages then will just go like it will just get stupid. Because then it'll be like if he's on 100 coming straight away, that would then mean his next contract, man will be asking for like 175. And then that's how you got to kind of. Whereas with Varane, in my opinion, as you said, if he's on that 150, I reckon we could probably squeeze it to 175. But I reckon if you can't get for 175, Liverpool are not paying 200. You want to know why? As things stand right now, that's gonna pee off Salah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that won't happen.
All right, LFC Aaron, sup guys? So I haven't been around as much lately. I try to catch shows when I can. Aaron, we just appreciate the support, bro. Sean Swain, Arsenal still waiting for their little mix tickets. All right, so should I do then 120 for argument's sake for a centre back then?
Yeah, which
No,
takes
I'll
out
say
Varane.
Matt, right. I think 100 is the ceiling, you know.
Yeah,
100 the ceiling, yeah.
which
Yeah,
takes
I
out
think
Varane,
100
fam.
is the ceiling.
Varane ain't coming in for no one.
It takes
Yeah,
out,
no, Varane ain't coming
Ain't
for
no
no
one.
100.
He ain't coming in for no one, bro.
All right, so we've got 445 to play with. We've just done 150. That means uh, we've got 295 left. All right, hear me out now. Neto for wing, 90k, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon that's realistic.
And for a striker, we've still got 205 left.
I know
We can get a big boy striker.
You're thinking Haaland, innit?
I'm not saying the name. I'm just saying we can get a big boy striker. That's what I'm saying.
You're not getting Mbappe for 200. No, he'll cost more than that.
I'll be honest. If Mbappe only wants to play left wing, then for me, I don't want him right now.
I'll say you've jumped
what
on
about,
the Haaland train, yeah. But then we got to think about Haaland's agent is a real A.
All right, let's go crazy for 1 second. What about Harry Kane?
Tottenham Harry's not the hardest team to negotiate with.
They would, but I'm just saying, let's say Kane pushes the move. He's like, I'm fed up. I ain't winning nothing in this team. Nothing.
Matt,
like, he's fed up.
Go on that train. You have no idea.
Well, I'm just giving you a scenario that might not be too far crazy. But it might not be too far crazy.
Harry Kane.
All I'm saying,
and we take over everything.
Yeah, I know we do. So it is really. Always get the goal. I'm always in the running for the golden
boot. We take over everything. If we signed Harry Kane, we would take over everything.
You ain't got to tell me that, Drift. I already know. 25 a season.
So guys,
it's on my resume, so you know.
Again, supporting Liverpool. I'm becoming an accountant, obviously, because I'm working out transfer fees for FSG and I'm working out wages now. But
by the way, I would definitely pick up Kane and take him to Liverpool myself, 100%.
Would you take Kane over
Haaland?
Over Haaland, yes.
I'm being honest with you, Matt. If we get out of our fantasy for a little while and we actually get realistic, yeah, I know we probably can't sign any of these, but we're gonna stay in the fantasy world. I'll take.
Yeah, I know.
Harry Kane. I'd probably take Harry Kane over every single striker that I can think of, because Lewandowski is obviously better, but at like 33, 34 now, like
the age, isn't it? How old is Kane?
And I know Harry Kane does have his injury worries. Don't get me wrong, he does. But
the injuries worry me about Kane?
Yeah, it's
injuries do worry me.
No, but you know what? He misses 3 or 4 months a season and still bangs 25 goals. He does.
That's what I said. It's on the resume. But just quickly, guys, how old is Kane? Is he
27, 28? He's not even old.
Do you want to know something? I'm going to be real. I'm going to say this now. If Harry Kane wants to do something, and this is, and again,
he's 28 in the summer.
Bro, I'm going to be real.
27 now, 28 in the summer. Harry Kane over everybody.
He's doing himself a disservice.
Conroy's going to love you.
He's doing himself a disservice staying at Spurs.
Harry Kane over everybody. For me, Harry Kane over everybody. If we went into fantasy world, that would be the striker I would take. Harry Kane, 100%. Not even you don't even have to ask me any questions. And you know what? Klopp wouldn't even have to change his system because he can drop deep and do all that stuff. And get on the end of the goals.
No, I'm not going to lie. Kane will be live. The dispatches.
Robbo says
it'll be a joke, man. It'll be an absolute
joke. Invoices. Team just dashing them out. But when I say Harry Kane, he don't miss it. Well, obviously he misses, but you see the finish. You see the finish the other day.
Bro, Harry Kane doesn't care, bro. He doesn't care.
When he cuts inside, it's a problem.
Robbo, Cal, why are you and Matt always up drift? Like his opinion is just like a bashed aside.
Oh no!
He's saying you lot just bash my opinion to one side. They do, bro, but we move.
No, you don't play the victim, drift. Don't play the victim. If we brush his opinion aside, we wouldn't have debates. Like
exactly, it'll be like, no, you're saying rubbish. Let's move. Like, come on.
You know what?
We debate people.
While we're living in the fantasy world for a minute, yeah. Do you not think Liverpool could actually convince Daniel Levy to sell Kane? Honestly, is there any part of you that believes?
No, they could. They could. The only no. Again, it has to come from Kane's side. It has to.
Yeah.
It can't be Liverpool walk up to Tottenham and go, "We just want Harry Kane," because Daniel Levy will just be like, "I don't care if I want Harry Kane. He ain't told me he wants to leave, and I ain't selling for nothing." But if Harry Kane
would never force a move because he actually does,
bro.
I want to see the battle between Michael Edwards and Levy though. That's what I want to see.
That'll be pay per view. In fact, that wouldn't even be pay per view. That'll be behind the scenes, fam. That's
SummerSlam. That's
too much. That's too much.
How much years has he got left on his deal? Because he signed a new deal only like a year or two ago, didn't he? So he's probably got a good 2 or 3 years left on his deal. But I don't know how
really
Kane out of Tottenham.
It runs to 2024 still.
No one's getting Kane out of Tottenham.
Not 3 years left.
That needed to be like at least 2023.
That needed to be he coming into his last year or something.
Or at least year and a half or something. Give me something.
There's no way we're getting Kane for less than 200 million.
He'd have to hand in a transfer request, and even then, Levy don't sell to other Premier League clubs really like that.
Yeah,
remember Chelsea wanted Modric, and he said, "No, you gotta go Real Madrid if you're leaving there."
Yeah,
it's true.
I can't imagine anyone being able to afford him, you know.
Me neither. Sean, Kane's tongue will fail the medical, too big for his mouth. Sean's on one. Ace in the Industries, Kane would get on those crosses. Trent more than 20 assists. Look, Kane would solve all of our goal scoring issues.
Kane.
Do you not remember that David Beckham, Ruben Nistelrooy link up?
Yeah.
That would be Trent.
Stop it. Listen.
But then we'd also have Robbo on the other side as well.
Yeah. Bro, can you imagine?
Then you'd have Thiago behind him.
Feed him.
And then at certain times, Harry Kane would drop deep and feed Mane and Salah.
It's going to be one of them nights again, it seems, isn't it?
Only fans activated.
It's going to be one of them nights tonight. LSC Aaron. Imagine if Kane never wins a major trophy at club level, he would be the best player to never win anything. That's probably true.
That is true.
Has he not won a trophy?
No, he's never won anything.
No, surely he's won like a car. He hasn't.
When they won the League Cup, he wasn't there. He wasn't in the team.
Oh my! No, I'm not gonna lie. That'll be real. No,
it'd be a travesty.
But that would be a travesty for Kane, though. That would be, man. That would be still.
Why John Kane to Liverpool would be more lethal than when RVP went to Man U. By the way, everyone talk about Levy this, Levy that. Remember Keane in 2009? Yeah, but then he got Keane back at a cut price. So it's like Levy's always got a plan, innit?
Yeah.
You know what? Kane's the man, innit? But all I'm saying, from what we've worked out there should be enough money to go around now, wages wise.
I think Harry Kane would come for 200 grand a week. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's on that.
That would be the problem of getting Kane.
I think he's on that Spurs, you know. Drift. I think he's on that Spurs. I think 200. I think.
Oh, is he on 200? Well, I think he'd come to Liverpool for 200.
Yeah, 200 with incentives.
Yeah. Or like a 220, but just don't tell Salah, innit?
No. This is what we do. We give him 200 grand a week, and then we pay him like 20 grand or 30 grand for every goal he scores. So
Drift, we'll be broke, bro. No. 30k a goal, Drift.
You'll see some serious selfish play where man's just banging from anywhere because he wants that goal.
I don't care. It means we'll be winning everything. I don't know.
Bro.
I will say
30k a goal, bro. That's crazy, bro. Not at his rate. Not at his rate of goal scoring. That's mental, bro.
He will sink the club, like literally.
Bro, you know Salah's on a goal bonus and Mane probably is as well, bro.
You will be hoping man's not scoring because you know your club's finished.
No, but we'll be winning everything. So we'll be getting that money back in.
I tell you what happened. FSG would make that call and be like, Jurgen, boy, you gonna have to drop that Harry Kane. He ain't getting too much goals. We got the player in because you want him. You put him on this bonus. I didn't expect him to score all these goals. You're gonna have to drop him in the next game. 30K, whose idea is that? Nah. Put Roberto back in. He gotta play. Nah. You done us dirty here, Klopp. Jurgen, you took the mick with this one. You're gonna have to drop that Harry Kane.
Harry Kane on a goal bonus. Whose idea was that?
You crazy, Jurgen. You've been pushing your luck recently. You got 2 center backs on the last day of January. Now you want Harry Kane on his goal bonus. The mofo got 10 goals. The mofo got 10 goals in August. We just still in August. That's 300K. You crazy. You crazy. You keep on messing around, Klopp. I'm gonna sell him. I'm gonna do it. And I'll do it in January. I'll leave you short again. You know I will. You don't play me like that. You crazy. Yeah, it's selling me dreams. I'm looking at my bank account, and every time this mofo scores a goal, he getting more money. He getting more money than me at this rate. Crazy. Harry Kane should own Liverpool. 30K per goal. You crazy. Put Robert back in there. You lucky I don't bring back Firmino and Minamino. You know what? Drop Salah as well now. You just done peed me off, you have. No way. Lewis.
Oh my God.
Guys, I don't know why no one is talking about this. Would you swap Genie for Coutinho next season? Also, big up Cal for playing false number 9 today in the stream. No, we can't swap Genie. He's on a free, bro.
Yeah,
we've got no leverage in this one.
No swap. No bargaining.
Yeah, you got we got no hand in this one here. We've just come to the table with bad cards, and Drifty sitting there with 2 blackjacks, Matt sitting there with 2 jokers, and all I got 3 and 4s. Guy ain't coming to the table with nothing. Blackjack's gonna be a rough one for me.
Oh man.
Gangan deep. Daniel Levy is a major roadblock. Would never sell to a rival club. Remember when Chelsea paid 40 mil for Modric? Yeah, Levy rejected straight away. A week later, signed for Real Madrid for 25 mil. Great show, guy. Saying Levy ain't having it.
Yeah, big up Gangan Deep as well. Major contributor.
Yeah, always. Gangan Deep doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you. Yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap up there. Anything you want to say to the people before we head off?
Boy, we just got hope.
You killed me there, boy.
For real.
I don't know where you got that from, bro. Thinking 30K per goal for Harry, bro. Come on, man.
That is massive, you know. Man's talking about earning wages when you score.
You've already got him on 200K, and then you're saying an extra 30 per goal.
30. That's a man's wage, you know, weekly wage. Bro,
man's gonna start injuring Salah in training so he can start taking penalties for us as well, bro. You get nasty.
No, I'd
Ace of Industries
anyway. To be fair,
yeah, boy. Ace of Industries going to be high. Going to be high noon with Edwards and Levy. Will be. Marcus Barnes, just catching up, Drifty and Cal, you two need to give your head a wobble if you believe Phillips is on 65K. Same sources say Joe Gomez is on 28. It's true. I wish it wasn't, but it's true.
Phillips is on 60, guys. It's not a joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
But if he is, then boy.
2-bit Genie loves the club playing from the heart. He does. 10K wage with incentive of 100K per goal. Even worse. Even worse.
Even 100K per goal, you know.
Nat is the one that got through. I still don't know how that happened. FSG hating that deal. hate that deal. 100%.
They do.
60? What is his name? Nat? That an insect to the barbecue, right? 60? You gotta be crazy. Nah. He going in the summer. I don't care how good his headed is. Call that Sean, what's his name? Sean Dichi. Call him in the summer. He gone. Hell out of here. 6 choice centre back paying 70k. You're crazy. Get him gone right now. Right now. Get him out right now. LeBron, you hearing this? LeBron, you hearing this? You're crazy. He almost as tall as you, LeBron, but he ain't that good. Crazy. Ace of Industries reckon Firmino is on 20k goal. Would show up. Yeah. Firmino's not on a goal bonus. Do you know what? He probably is on a goal bonus because they know they're gonna save money, innit? That's probably what they're doing.
No.
That's why Salah probably peed off, innit? Salah probably wants a goal bonus, and they're just like, no. Put Roberto on it. Roberto can get a goal bonus.
Master LeBron, you hearing this, son?
LeBron, you hearing this? Nah. That's an insect to barbecue. No. Get out now. Shoot, go. Be gone. Get out now. Right now.
Oh my god.
Man. FSG gonna be raining.
Alright, do you know what? We're gonna drop the beat from my man. That is legendary game, bro. I swear to you, bro. Man's gotta drop that beat for you. That was peak. That was peak, man.
Oh man.
Oh man, when he said LeBron, nah, you killed me, bro. That's killed me. I said, LeBron, you see this? You see it now, bro?
Don't know what they smoking up there in Liverpool. It's crazy out here. It's crazy.
Oh man,
people, we will have a busy week for you this week. We have got, in fact, do you know what? I'm not going to tell you just yet. Sure, say my wife was just crazy.
No, you know, stop it. I've actually got a headache, you know. I'm not even joking.
No, I've got a headache. I'm not even
Where you go? Wait, no. Where you go? Back 90 degrees. Not put your knee and you'll put 90 degrees. Get back down. Stream's not finished. You're not finished squatting. Get back down. Then me would do it for 2 hours if I told him to. You gotta do it.
Oh man.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna squat for that, Phillips. You are. You're gonna squat for that, Phillips. My people, now busy week ahead, people. We've got hopefully a special guest on a special show coming up, so you'll be getting that this week. We've got the Chelsea preview, we've got rival watch, we've got the Chelsea review, we've got member stuff. So plenty stuff to keep up to date with. So make sure you follow us on our social medias. Make sure you switch on your notification, and if you haven't already, people, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe, please.
Trust me. Smash that like, man. Trust.
Just smash the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Smash the like, as Finn was saying.
No, I'm not even gonna lie.
Trust me.
But no, we always love to support people. Brendan, we have reached out to D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown ain't having none of it.
Yeah,
he's treating me like I'm X-Pac and I'm trying to take his European title at the moment. He's giving me no love. So yeah, we're gonna still try and work. We've got, as I said, we've got some really good guests coming on. We're not gonna reveal them just yet, but they'll be revealed in due course. But we have got some good guests coming on. So yeah, gotta thank you guys, and until the next show, stay safe, stay blessed. Drifty, myself, man like Matt. We are Kop-Ish. See you next time, people.
Peace.
I'm coming on, Phil, mate. Coming on, Phil. Find your 25. Find your 25. Don't care what anybody says, mate.
Come along, man. You ain't getting that goal bonus. I'll tell you that for free.
Mate, you saw what I'm doing with Sonny and Delhi. I'll tell you that for free, mate. I'll tell you.
You ain't gonna be doing that goal bonus around here, Harry. Harry, ain't gonna happen. You better start up an OnlyFans account or Twitch, and I'm gonna take percentage of that too. Bye, boy.